Alright, sit back, relax. Well, try to relax at least, because we have a lot of information to talk about. Today we're going to be going into the patch notes of the Delta Force Season 2. All the information before we do get into it is actually leaked information. There's a guy on Twitter who leaks the information of Delta Force. You might think it's a little bit questionable, but the thing is, this is already out on the public version on the Chinese side. So the information is already here. It's basically getting translated to English for us. So we can say this is leaked information, but it's technically public information. But I do have to say, with the patch notes haven't officially came out yet. I'm assuming he got this data on the Chinese side, but we're going to talk about it. But this is leaked stuff, so it might actually change. So here we go. Hopefully you're ready. The first big balance change we need to talk about is the horizontal and recoil changes. They are actually going to reduce this. So before, when you would look at like an attachment, it would say +3 of control. Well, now it's going to be changed, so it could probably be +2 control. So the handling of horizontal and vertical has been reduced. This is definitely going to make it a little bit more tricky when it comes to ranges. This ability has been increased to a base level, so honestly it means we're going to get a little bit more visual recoil. Really what they're trying to do is, I feels like they're trying to stop it when it comes to beaming people across the map. It's going to be much more trickier when it comes to 150 range of an SMG-45. The reticle shake has been reduced. Stability upside has been reduced by 50%. That's a big one. It's very obvious what they're trying to do is they're making it much more harder when it comes to these longer ranges. Although I feel like adding some spread would probably fix it, but that's going to be way more harder to do. Let's just see how this turns out, but honestly it's just going to make all the attachments worse. So when you actually do use a weapon, it's not going to feel as good as it did before. I'm going to give Delta Force the benefit of the doubt because it is a brand new game, and let's see how these changes turn out. But honestly, I'm not really sure about this one. The AWM sniper rifle. I wasn't sure if I was reading this right, so I had to read it the second time, but it said from the upper torso it's going to be a one-shot to this gun. Wait a minute, what? So we're going to have a sniper rifle what doesn't do a one-shot to the head anymore. You can shoot an enemy on the chest and higher up and you're going to get a one-shot. I really don't know how I feel about this. The gun is obviously a lot more slower, but it hits extremely hard and you can one-shot it. It has to be at a certain range, surely. Because if they actually change it and it is a one-shot, then what will the distance be? I feel like it's probably going to be a close range distance. That might be like the old school Battlefield 4 range, where 30 meters or less, you can get a one-shot. But let's be real, if that is the case, people are just going to go around and snipe like it's Call of Duty. Because I tell you what, if that is the case, I guarantee you I could do it. And if I could do it, then everyone else can do it. I'm going to be dropping montages left and right. Leave a like for the sniper montage. The K416 laser stability upside has been decreased from +10 to +7, but don't freak out because the TTK for that weapon has been increased. They increased the damage from 16 damage up to 21. That gun is going to melt. With the K416, the long barrel has been decreased from -7 to -10, but the stabilities went from +4 to +6. For the stable gas suppressor, recoil control went from +4 to +2, control went from +3 to 0, stability went from +4 to +2, but the muzzle velocity has seen a 30% increase. What's awesome. It's going to help out with them ranges, because the range has been increased from 15%. This gun is definitely going to feel like an assault rifle now. In this patch note, I've already talked about it a bunch of times, but just nice to see it in the notes, was the Killcams. It looks like Killcams is going to be coming to Season 2. At the start it was originally tested, but actually seeing it in this notes, I'm very excited to see it. Although we haven't got full confirmation on what mode the Killcam is going to be available on. Is it going to be available for warfare and operations? We have to find out. But you let me know in the comment section below. Would you just like to see it on both? It totally makes sense. We're going to have a new reputation point system, and this is all by your game experience. I don't know exactly how this is going to work. It just says by if you're being toxic, you can lose points, and if you're being a good team player, then you gain points. Maybe this is another system to find out from cheaters to no cheaters, or just getting reputation as a player. So if someone sees you have a high reputation, then they know you're a good teammate. This could be something linked to, as when you click onto someone's profile, you can see how many thumbs up they have. But we just gotta wait until Season 2 comes out to really find out how this system's gonna work. Now let's go into the operators. So it looks like D-Wolf has been nerfed when it comes to his triple launch blaster. His fuse delay has been increased from 2.5 to 3, and his minimum damage has been decreased from 10 to 1. Big nerf when it comes to D-Wolf. Ryron has also seen some changes. His bomb damage has been increased from 100 to 125, but his bomb damage when it comes to tanks has been been decreased from 45 to 35, as I'm really excited to see that. It also looks like the range has been reduced as well on the way he can throw it. That is a good change, as I feel like sometimes he was more of an engineer than an assault class. Now we're moving over to Stinger. His healing gun has got some changes. Smoke distance after death is increased from 20 seconds to 60 seconds. That's probably going to help with the spamming of smoke grenades. Now we're moving over to Toxic. The ADS time has been increased from 25% to 30%. The hit flinch has been increased from 30% to 40%. Changes to Luna. The shock arrow hitting on vehicles will slow it on the map. And that's it. I'm actually really shocked about this. Luna is one of the most ones what need to be fixed out of anything. The spotting people through walls, allowing everyone to see wall hacks is insane. I feel like it's honestly ruining the warfare experience, and that is it. That is pretty crazy. That needs to be extremely changed soon as possible. I can't believe that after 6 weeks, the only thing we're seeing for the warfare side is the shock arrow being hit on a vehicle is going to slow it down. Dude, there is so much you need to change. So Delta Force devs, I hope you're listening or watching this video. Please work on Luna. It is the one of the most important things. When you're using the operator Laurel, the incendiary grenade would have a delay before the fire will start. Well, that won't be happening now. That has been completely removed on the warfare side. But as soon as you throw it and it hits the ground, it instantly start going off. So no more delay on that. Moving over to the vehicle side, the 20mm anti-aircraft guns damage to players has been reduced. Explosive damage caused by the 20mm AA gunner to players is increased. Light machine gun range has been reduced, and defense grenades explosion range has been increased. On the LAV AA 20mm cannon, the max range has been reduced. Spread on the rapid fire has been increased, and damage to helicopters have been increased. Bullet speed has been reduced, and damage to all helicopters and players increased. The AH attack helicopter anti-vehicle rockets now drop faster. The 30mm cannon range has been reduced. M1A4 battle tank armor piercing shell damage reduced. Explosive damage to players is increased, and high explosive has been changed on its attachment side. The shell damage has been reduced, but the explosive damage to players has been increased. The last bit of this is the gameplay changes. If you've been watching this video so far going over the patch notes, then leave a like on this video, would really appreciate it, and subscribe. I stream pretty much every single day on the YouTube channel. I show off all the best weapon builds. I've been helping out so many of you troopers, so just be here. Come on guys, it's a blast, and I don't want you guys to miss out. The new map event, when a guided missile hits the D point, it will trigger a new event and the map will change. Reduced amount of resources necessary to win a King of the Hill mode. Shafted tunnels have been adjusted. When it comes to the map cracked, some of the flag locations have been changed, and trench line, its E flag point has been changed. Improved locations on threshold. Zone size has been increased from the A flag and C2 flag. There's going to be some changes to the minimap. The respawn beacon will be adjusted. Vehicle steering and camera shake optimized. Vehicles can now get unstuck. Helicopters optimized and added a balance system. Dolphin dive added. Quick melee added. Scoreboard optimized, and vehicles can be changed with its attachments in game lobby. Now you don't even need to be at the main menu to change your attachments with the vehicles. And there we go guys, that is all the information on what we have about season 2. As I said previously at the start of the video, it was all linked stuff. Once Delta Force actually posts it, we're going to get the full update notes, but all this information is already public anyway, so I appreciate the Delta Force leaker for sharing out this information on Twitter. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you troopers on the battlefield.